Hello there YouTube, Freeman here. How are you? So good to hear. I'm good myself, thanks. Right, today I'm doing a really special vlog, for I am officially doing my Q&A video, where 10 of my lucky fans get to have their questions answered by me. Now, as explained in the Q&A teaser video, you guys get to ask me one Super Loonies question and one social question. Let's get this party started, shall we? First up is for Human Spider, and his Super Loonies question is, what's your favourite Super Loonies project so far? I have 4 projects I'm proud so far, buddy. The first is episode E, because I'm exclusively proud of the ending of that episode, the cliffhanger, the music and that, where the Super Loonies run away from Quake, realizing they made things from bad to worse. Episode G, same reason as episode E, I'm proud of the cliffhanger ending of that episode, where Ice Ray goes to battle Quake on his own. Episode H, because of the outcome of the episode, and the inclusion of the amount of characters present in that episode, 8 to be exact. And that episode also raises more questions. Who's Rudolph, as mentioned by Blaze before he departs with Quake and newly recruited Elektra? And what does Agents Crusader and Roger want from the Super Loonies, since they came bashing through their front door at the very end of the episode? And finally, Run Octod Run, because I'm really proud of the chase scene that I did in that episode, because I always wanted to do a chase scene, and so I'm really proud of that. So thanks for asking. Next is your social question, and your social question is, what inspired you to become a filmmaker? Let's see. I guess from watching other movies, basically, like Harry Potter, The Hunger Games, Titanic, Avatar, and the rest of the films in my never-ending list. So thanks for asking, Human Spider. I hope you're well. Right, next up is Cornelis Extedit. I hope I pronounced your name correct, buddy. Right, your Super Loonies question is, how did it start, the series? I think you meant, how did the series started? Well, the entire thing started was when I brought the Superpower Effects app on my iPhone 4S. I was out with my mates Jonathan Larkham and Ryan Payne, who plays Fireball and Teledude in this series. We were just hanging out in town, and I showed them the Superpower Effects app, and when I showed them like the samples, like what superpowers it has, they got really excited, and they insisted that we try it out. So we did. And that test video that we did was Telefire, which pretty much was the entire prologue to the whole series. Feel free to check it out right here. You can actually look that up on the history page on the Super Loonies website. And your social question is, how old are you? 23. How old are you? Sorry. Right, next up is Clarice Wills, and her Super Loonies question is, why did you call it Super Loonies? Actually, I think the name was Jonathan's idea, because it was actually right after we filmed the fight in the snooker hall at the ending of episode A, with Jackie Fearn, of course, who was Elektra. As we were walking along to the bus stop to go home, Ryan and Jonathan started endlessly discussing like what we should call the series, and what the tone of it should be, and what storylines we could do, and also Ryan Payne actually tried to create a theme song. And next, your social question is, what is your favourite animated movie? Shrek 2, because it's a great follow-up to the first film. I really love Puss in Boots, I love the comedic tones in that, and most of all, the musical ending with Donkey and Puss singing Viva la Vodka. Yeah, I know I pronounced that wrong, but you guys know what I mean. Right. Next up is Jammy Hero. His Super Loonies question is, how many more episodes are there going to be? If my calculation's correct, I think there'll be 3 more. And your social question is, what is your favorite video game? I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not really a video game fan. Like, I've never actually played any video games for the last 10 years. The only game that I remember physically playing is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. And I think I was 11 when I was playing it with my brother. I always remember going onto his PS2, flipping the game on, and I was literally doing nothing but beating people up, trying to get them to chase me, nicking cars, crashing them into petrol stations, and most of all, just willingly jumping off from the top of the tallest building in Los Angeles to its death. Yeah, I know, I sound creepy or a psychopath, but I was a crazy kid back then. Right, next up is You, Me, and Little E. And her Super Loonies question is, will Quake ever turn to the good side? I'll just say this. You might get a hint of that in episode I. That's all I'll say. Right, and your social question is, how long does an episode take to make? That really depends on who's available for filming and that, because due to my friends having jobs or college, we would mostly do an episode or a project in the weekend. And on top of that, there is also issues with the weather and location scouting. And I would say that that is the most pain in the ass aspect when it comes to filmmaking. Well, an iPhone's filmmaking. Thank you, You, Me, and Little E. Next up, we have the lovely Princess Foxy Interweb. How you doing, honey? I'm so sorry to hear that you've ended your channel. And yeah, it sucks that people can be that cruel and that. And I won't go into too much detail and that. Anyways, moving on. Right, your Super Loonies question is, when filming on your iPhone, iPod, or iPad, with the superpower effects, what other cameras do you use to film the scenes? And besides superpower effects and green screen, do you use other special effects? Right, first up, I've only used my iPhone as the camera to film all of my projects. I've never once used any other camera to film my projects. But I did use, I did actually use this camera when I did that Keith the Ghost Car wake up prank on my mum. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'll let you guys check it out. It's pretty hilarious because my mum's reaction is hilarious. And plus, that was my first prank video. And as for your special effects question, I also use special effects from Action Movie Effects, FX Guru, Effectsio, Movie FX Super, and Extreme Effects. That's a lot of apps, yeah. And your social question is, what job are you going to work for? Or if you have a job, where do you work at? I got 2 jobs currently. I'm working at my dad's t-shirt printing company, King Textiles, and part-time at my mum's wedding setup company, Personalize. Thank you, Princess. Right, next up is Jack Fearn, aka Jackie Fearn, aka the actress who plays Elektra in the Super Loonies. Before I answer her questions, please go over to her channel and subscribe. She is a lovely young woman, and I think she would love it that she has her fans subscribe to her channel. So anyways, on to the questions. First up, your Super Loonies question is, when will Elektra be needed again? Are you free this Saturday, sis? Yeah. And your social question is, what made you want to become a YouTuber? I just wanted to, I just wanted to show people my work. Well, I wouldn't say work. It was just basically clips of me messing around with my visual effects app. The first being that dragon video. Please check it out, guys, because that was my very, very first video I posted on YouTube. Right, cheers, sis. Right, next up we got Bentley Ho, DC and Marvel Club. And he asks, did you really film with your iPhone? Also, did you write some script to make the movie / film / video good? Well, why else is my production called an iPhone? But yeah, I really did film with just the iPhone. And as for the script part, we didn't actually use a script for the first 3 episodes of Super Loonies. It wasn't until episode D that we decided to script something and just go along with the script, because usually back then most of our older projects was entirely improv. Like we were literally just fucking Toshiba advert. Sorry about that. Oh god, I forgot what I was going to say now. Thanks a lot, Toshiba advert. You can go to hell. Anyways, it was nothing but improv. But I think we like doing that because I think we like the idea of coming up with ideas on spot at the top on the top of our heads. And your social question is, what's your favourite film? I'm gonna say The Maze Runner. I am in love with that film. The day it came out, the day I saw it, I was in love with it. For those of you who don't know what The Maze Runner is, it's basically about a young boy getting mysteriously transferred to a maze stuck with other boys, also known as Glades, and they spend the entire film trying to figure out where they are, how they got here, and trying to get out of the maze. And when they do, they find out that it was all for a huge project, and there's a lot more going on than they think. Like I said, I am in love with that film. I loved the characters. I loved the drama, the suspense, the mystery, and most of all, the climax, the ending, particularly the ending, because I love that when they get out of the maze, they find out that there's a whole lot going on out in the outside world. And of course, the whole ending was a huge lead-in to the second film for Scorch Trials. And of course, I was happy when 20th Century Fox said that they were going to do the sequels, because usually in a young adult adaptation, well, basically, if that adaptation F's up, no green light for the sequels. And that was a tiring circle, if you know what I mean. But anyways, yeah, The Maze Runner is my #1 favourite film of all time. Thank you. Right, next up is Jez for Days, and he asks, are the Super Loonies based on other superheroes? I don't actually think so. Well, me at least anyways. I might actually ask the cast that, you know, all the Super Loonies cast, and see if their characters are based on any other superhero, or if there was any inspiration to their characters and whatnot. And your social question is, what are all the apps you use? Okay, here goes nothing. Superpower Effects, Action Movie Effects, FX Guru, FXEO, Green Screen Movie Effects, Movie FX Super, Extreme Effects, Gun Movie Effects, Ultra Voice Changer, iMovie, and GarageBand? Thanks for asking. And finally, my newest fan, Pyron's Productions, and he asks, will Blaze ever get a face reveal? I'm actually still pondering on that, to be honest, mate. I mean, I just love the current idea of having Blaze, aka the Hooded Skull, aka Matthew, be a mysterious figure. I'll just say that there's a reason behind the costume. That's all I'll say. And finally, the very last question of this Q&A video, your social question, and that is, do you ever get hate comments? And if so, how do you handle them? I'm gonna say it right now. I've never actually had any hate comments. Like, throughout my time as a YouTuber, I never, not once, got any hate comments. I never got any negativity from a mysterious stranger user. Never. Although I think I'm kind of open to that. Like, I am kind of expecting someone to be nasty to me and be negative towards me and whatnot. So I'm just preparing myself for that day, whenever that is. And that officially wraps up my Q&A video. Thank you so much for your question, guides. I am honored to answer them, and yeah, you guys are awesome. And as for those that have also asked me questions like Tequila Films or Superpowers Showdown, I'm sorry that I didn't answer your questions in this video, but I didn't pick them out because either you didn't ask me two questions, both a Super Loonies and a social question, or whether you've asked me the same question as someone else has. So I apologize for that. Maybe next time in a second Q&A video I'll answer your questions. Now, before I officially wrap this video, I thought I'd give you guys a little update on Super Loonies Episode I. Well, you'll be happy to know that we have officially begun filming it. We started filming it 2 weeks ago. We'll be filming the next few scenes this weekend on Saturday, like I mentioned in Jackie Fearn's questions. So yeah, I hope you guys are excited for that. And if my calculation's correct, if everything goes according to plan, I might have it out by mid-November. So that's all I gotta say in this video. Feel free to go on my Twitter account, follow me, or go on the Super Loonies website, find out what their video of the week is, or an iPhone's website, and see what their video of the week is. And that's that. Right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope to hear from you guys soon. Peace out. Ciao. And finally, as an iPhone would say...